Does your furry friend take over your bed every night? It's time to reclaim your space while giving them the comfort they deserve with the coldest, cozy dog bed. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to buy now on Amazon.
DJ Fisher and his wife Chloe have shared the traumatic details of her 15-hour labor after giving birth to their first child. The couple welcomed their daughter Bobbi Marie on June 20th, and have now opened up about her difficult birth, which saw Chloe spend the night in the ICU. The model, 31, was in labor for more than 15 hours and was forced to spend her first night as a mother alone in the ICU without her family and friends. Chloe was induced to give birth at 29 weeks pregnant because the baby was big and has now described it as the scariest moment of her life. That was pretty sad and emotional and so frightening, she told listeners of her Darling Shine podcast on Wednesday. It really has left me physically weak and completely shaken. The trauma of that and leaving Paul, Fisher, very much lingers. After the assisted birth, Chloe told how she was left feeling spacey and ended up back in the hospital theater after holding her daughter for no longer than an hour. It was a massive reminder of the fragility of life, she said. You can go from the most incredible moment of your life to the scariest moment in the blink of an eye. The couple had been trying to conceive for almost 5 years with multiple rounds of IVF and Chloe suffering multiple miscarriages in that time. Fisher, whose full name is Paul Nicholas Fisher, also reflected on the life-altering experience and praised his wife Chloe for her strength and calmness while welcoming their first child. Chloe was getting into her breathing and trying to focus on not being in pain, and I'm like, right, I've got to get the fairy lights, the crystals, I've got to get the things the girls made her at her baby shower, he explained. For me, that moment was so beautiful, I was giving her, you've got this, he recalled of the first 5 or 6 hours, which Chloe spent in between the bed and bath in the hospital birthing suite. Chloe added, I'm not going to sugarcoat things, because it is F***king insane. After going into labor at 10 p.m., Chloe went for 5 hours without any pain relief, before being given shot of pethidine, an opioid pain relief medicine that took the edge off things for an hour and a half. At around 4:30 a.m. on June 20th, she requested an epidural and described waiting for the nurse to arrive as the longest 45 minutes of my life. As soon as we got the epidural, me and Chloe were high-fiving, Fisher recalled. Smiling, laughing, that's when the tunes came on. We put on the Push playlist and were bopping around. We even rang my manager at one point and we were all crying. She got life in her face again. I was like, wow, she's back. My wife is back in the room and we were chatting away. This is a piece of P****, you got this, no worries. However, Chloe detailed her pain after the epidural wore off and her water broke at 5 a.m. and she admitted she thought she would die from the agonizing pain. I honestly think I forgot that you have to push, Chloe laughed. I was like, I've nailed it, 8 in the morning, I'm having this baby before 10, let's go. Then, the epidural wore off. At that point, I thought, holy sh**t, I cannot do this. I think I'm going to die. How do I make this pain stop? The next thought was, you can't. I remember screaming at Paul at that point, saying if you think I'm ever doing this again, you're tripping. Fisher, 37, admitted he found a whole new respect and love for Chloe watching her give birth to their beloved daughter as he heaped praise on the new mother. I found so much more respect for women, and what Chloe went through, he shared. It's just crazy what women have to go through to give birth. My respect for Chloe is just through the roof. It's like a whole new love. You're seeing your wife in so much pain and they're getting exhausted from all the pushing. What she had to go through was so gnarly. The midwife said have a hold of her leg, and I remember looking down, and the nurse said do you want to touch the hair on the head, and I was like, are you kidding? Chloe had been in labor for more than 15 hours when she asked for a C-section, and was offered forceps and an episiotomy, which is a procedure used to make the vaginal opening wider for childbirth. I turned over, I got back on the epidural, and on the gas, she continued. Basically, she was bouncing off my pelvis and coming up and down. I was never going to.